Well, I suppose I better start then. Hi guys, hello. Today we're here with a cup of tea and I've got a list of things that I need to talk to you about because I've got a lot of things going on at the moment, and I wanted to sit down and basically update you on what's going on, what I'm doing, where I've been, where I'm going, where you can see me, what I'm writing, etc. Yes. Also to collect myself and to kind of remind myself and make an inner list and a physical list of things that I'm going to do and need to do. Yeah, I did one of these, I think in June. I think I did one of these videos in June where I said I was going to do it every month and do like a little chat video, but I didn't get to do one last month, but I'm doing one this month where I just want to, yeah, basically just have a chat. Go get a cup of tea. Go on, go get a cup of tea and a biscuit. I'll wait. Pause. I'll wait. Right, if you've got your cup of tea or a drink or whatever, beverage of your choice, let's just have a chat. And I want to have a chat in the comments as well. Like, tell me what's going on with you and let's just have a chill. Let's just take a moment. A moment, right. Things that are happening. I have a list. Yes. Okay, so the first thing, which is why everything is probably quite stressful, it's a big factor, is the fact that we are closing Ripping Yarns Bookshop where I work. I know. Ripping Yarns, I've worked there for the past 6 years. It's an antiquarian bookshop in North London and we specialise in children's fiction, but we also sell all manner of other things, poetry, drama, everything. We're just full. We are full. It's like the Burrow from Harry Potter. That is what it looks like. I will insert a clip here. We've been around since the 1930s. Celia, the owner, bought the shop, well, took over the lease in the 1980s. And we were going to close in 2 years' time because the lease is up then and she's 82 and she wants to retire. But sadly, we are leaving early because the landlord has decided to double our rent and it's not worth us staying those 2 years with double rent because they're also trying to make us back pay since the rent review 2.5 years ago, even though they've only just informed us that they are doubling the rent as of 2.5 years ago. It's a bit of a headache. So we are not disappearing as a business, but we are downsizing. So we are moving all of the books from the shop, thousands and thousands and thousands of books, into Celia's house, which is also already full of books. So it's kind of like Tetris and it's very stressful, and obviously we've got a lot of antiquarian and rare books that are all categorised on our database, so I'm moving those books and then we have to edit the database to say where they've gone and not lose any. I'm talking thousands, guys. So that, along with just the daily running of the shop. Yes, so what we're doing is we will have a showroom in Celia's house and we'll be open on certain days or by appointment. We'll also do book fairs and yes, we will still exist and we'll also be online too. We're already online, we have been for a while. Obviously, I'll still be working for them and I'll be working for other bookshops in the future, I'm sure. And in the very distant future, I would also like to open a bookshop of my own. So that is going on. So if you would like to come to Ripping Yarns before we disappear as a street shop, then come to us. Our website details are down below with our opening hours. We're open till the 20th of September. If you want to come on a day when I'm there, then drop me an email and I can let you know like when I'm around, because I'm not there every day. I had a day at the shop last week, which I think kind of encapsulated everything that I will miss and will not miss about working there. In the morning, I had a lovely young boy who came into the shop and told me very proudly, he said, "Jen, this morning I stopped my big brother from stamping on a snail because being a bully is wrong." And I was like, oh, proud. I was proud. I love it, the interaction with the kids. They're great and they love books, and watching them grow up through books is like amazing. I'm currently writing an article about that for a new magazine called Read Quarterly, which I will tell you more about later when it's out. But yeah, I love kids and bookshops and it's great. They're the best part of my job. So there was that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this a lot. And then I had a lady come in who I'm not going to miss, who refused to let me serve her because I have ectrodactyly. I was going to say you can Google that if you don't know what it is, but it's probably difficult to spell. So she wouldn't let me serve her because she noticed that I have like misshapen hands and stuff, and she just went on this rampage about how God only creates people whole, and if you're not whole, then there must be a problem with your soul. So she refused to touch me, and then she got very angry because there's only me in the shop and there was no one else there to serve her. So it was either, you know, allow her to touch something that maybe I've touched, or not buy books at all, and she chose to not buy books at all and she left. And I was thinking, I'm not going to miss people like that, because that kind of thing happens to me. Not that exact thing, but rude things happen to me like that all of the time. Not every day, but at least a few times a week, and I can do without that. But then one of my favourite customers, a lovely lady called Anne, came in. And Anne is 88 and she's wonderful, and she comes in every week and she buys books that she doesn't need, and I feel that. I feel it. I understand. It's okay. And she comes in and she buys books that she, you know, she said she's got 10,000 books in her flat. She's just fantastic. She tells me stories about back in the day, back in publishing, and she's great. But she came in and she was in tears and told me that her flat had burnt down, and she'd lost all her books, and it was horrible. So I gave her a hug, and she had a little cry and I had a nearly little cry together, and I made her a cup of tea and I gave her books for free. I was like, take these books, please, take them. So I'm gonna miss stuff like that. Not miss her burning, like I don't want more people's houses to burn down. That's not what I mean. But I'm gonna miss that and the stuff in the morning with the kids, not the miserable person in the middle who tried to ruin my day. And I'm going to miss that, the interaction with people and the making a difference, which I know you can do in other circumstances other than working in a bookshop, but I do feel that close interaction with people, that personal connection, because books are such a personal thing, and therefore our interactions often reflect that, which is what I was going for when I wrote the Bookshop book, like talking about how it's all really important. I just wanted to say that in case anyone wanted to come to Ripping Yarns and you're in London, come before the 20th of September. Yes. So that was the first thing on my list. The next thing on my list, events. I've got 5 events coming up in the next little while, which I thought I would tell you about in case you wanted to come along. The first one is going to be really informal and really lovely. So next weekend, so the 5th and 6th of September, Lena, Lauren and I are going up to Edinburgh. I'll link their channels down below, to stay with Jean over at Bookshops, and we're going to be filming footage together to do with the Man Booker books that we've read so far, and that'll be really fun. But while we are there, on Saturday, the 5th of September, the 4, I can't count, well, the 4 of us are going to be at my old bookshop. So the Edinburgh Bookshop, which is in Bruntsfield, I'll leave details down below. We will be there between 2 and 4 p.m. on Saturday, the 5th of September. And if you would like to come along and have a chat with us, there'll be tea and biscuits, and we can talk about books. And we can recommend books to you, and we can talk about the Man Booker long list books that we've read, and books in general that we love. Basically, if you want to come have a cup of tea and go book shopping with us, we'll be there, and it would be lovely to see some of you guys if you wanted to come along. Like, that would be really, really nice. Yes, that would be nice. It would be lovely. So come if you can. After that, next event. So this is why I'm so busy, right? Okay, so we're closing the shop, I'm going to Edinburgh, then I'm going to Sweden on book tour. Oh, it's a very short book tour. So I fly to Stockholm on the 10th of September, and I will be doing an event in Stockholm at the English Bookshop on the Thursday the 10th of September at 7 p.m. Links again are down below. I'm going to be talking about the Bookshop book, I'm going to be talking about weird things customers say in bookshops, I'm going to be talking about poetry, I just never shut up when I do these events, so I'm just going to be talking about lots of stuff, and you can come and meet me. If you're in Sweden, please come. Well, if you're in Sweden, it's a big place. If you're in Stockholm, please come. I would love to meet you, and I'll be signing books, and it will be lovely. So that's on the Thursday the 10th. Then on Saturday the 12th of September, I'll be in Uppsala in Sweden, and I'll be doing an event there as part of the end of their culture festival. It's their culture festival that weekend. It's going to be very exciting. I'm going to vlog my Swedish trip, don't worry. So on Saturday the 12th, yes, of September at 6 p.m. I will be at the English Bookshop in Uppsala, and I will again be talking about the Bookshop book and weird things, and yeah, signing books, la 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 la. if you're in Uppsala, come along. It would be lovely to see you. Then I'm flying home, and then it is the Man Booker shortlist announcement on the 15th of September, from which I will hopefully be vlogging and telling you what's going on. So there'll be that. That's not an event, that was just something that I'm mentioning. And then on the 1st of October, as part of the Hillingdon Book Festival, which is outer London, I will be doing an event on, yes, the 1st of October at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Manor Farm Library in Ruislip. So if you want to come, I will be there. I'll be talking about the Bookshop book. You get the gist. I'm going to be talking about the books I've written, and I'll be signing some books. I will be there. And then on Saturday the 3rd of October at 5:30 p.m. I will be at the Ilkley Book Festival. So going north, and I'll be doing an event with a couple of other lovely people. Simon Savage, who's a blogger, and someone who works for Unbound, the publishing company. We're going to be talking about books and publishing in the digital age and moving forward and blogging and all of that stuff. So I'll be there if you want to come and say hello. Okay, there may be some more stuff coming up because it's also the Books in My Bag is coming up again soon. So Books in My Bag very soon, and I'll be doing things to do with that as well, but more on that later. Yes, those are the events I had to tell you about. Okay, now Man Booker podcast. I was on the Man Booker podcast last Friday. If you would like to have a look, I was on there with Marlon James and David Baddiel and Anna Schmale, and I was talking to Joe Haddo about vlogging and what we're going to be doing in the Man Booker stuff and books I love and books in general. We just talked about books. It was a nice time. You can listen to it for free on iTunes. I will link it down below. I'm about 9 minutes in, but listen to everyone else too because they're really lovely. Dog news! Yes, dog news. I have introduced you to Lola in a Q&A session that I have done before. Lovely Lola, who is half Jack Russell, half Chihuahua. You can't really tell she's Chihuahua except she's got dumpy legs and big ears, and she's adorable. I mentioned in a Q&A that we were looking after her. Well, we're now keeping her. It was a trial run to see whether or not we could keep her, but I didn't want to say that in a video in case we didn't keep her, and then that would be awkward. But we are keeping her, and she's adorable. So we are happy dog owners again, which is lovely. And very, very exciting. Gonna have a tea break. Next on the list. Yes, okay. The Bookshop book is coming out in America on the 1st of October, which is exciting. I'm sorry it's taken a year to get across the pond. It's been out in Canada since February, came out in the UK and other English bookshops around the world in last October. So yes, it's finally reaching US soil on October the 1st. So if you're in America and you would like to get hold of a copy, go and speak to your bookshop about it and tell them that they should be pre-ordering copies if they haven't already. Just saying. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so hopefully you should be able to find it in US bookstores. You'll also be able to find it on other buying platforms, and lots of people ask me where they can find it. I mean, if you can't find it in a bookshop near you, it is available in most bookshops. If you can't find it, then it is available on Book Depository, which obviously has worldwide shipping. You can also use Hive, which lets you link to an independent bookshop if you wanted to, and I also ship signed copies of all of my books worldwide from my website too, so links to that are down below. So yes, I was in the Little Brown offices last week signing copies of the Bookshop book to go to America. It's not an Americanized edition as it was with Weird Things Custom Say in bookshops, which in America is Weird Things Custom Say in bookstores. The distinction is very important. This one is just the UK copy, which is now being distributed in America. So I was at the Little Brown offices last week signing copies to be sent to some of the American bookshops that were in the book. Here's a picture of that here. And I was on their lovely roof terrace, which I had not been to before because their offices have recently moved. So I got to go and see their lovely roof office, and it was beautiful. And here's a photo of that here. Very exciting. So yes, that is coming out. So writing wise, lots of people ask me about my writing routine. I don't have one because I'm doing all of the things. No, I don't have one. It's basically I make time. I don't sleep. At the moment, I am writing short fiction, short stories, going back to that after writing non-fiction for a while, which is really fun. As I mentioned in a previous video, I have written a full-length poetry collection and a children's picture book, which are out on submission with publishers at the moment. And now I'm writing short stories again and more poetry, which is nice. Now, quite a lot of you have been asking me where you can buy copies of my poetry pamphlet, The Hungry Ghost Festival. It's not available on Amazon or anything like that because it's with a small poetry press who is independent, and excuse that. So you can buy it on the Rialto's website, which is linked down below, and you can also buy it on my website when both websites ship worldwide, so you can find those there. But yes, you've also been asking me where you can find other like poetry and short stories of mine. So I will quickly tell you. If you go to my website, which is just jen-campbell.com, there is a tab at the top. One says poetry and one says stories, and those have links and details of all of the places where you can find stories and poems and where they've been published. Some of them you can read online, some of them are only in print publications, but all of the details are there. So I thought I would show you quickly some of the ones. So I've got a story in Gutter. A short story that I wrote is about Adam and Eve living in the Garden of Eden and then climbing a tree and discovering that there are gardens either side of them which all have people from different religions, and Adam pretends he can't see them because he likes to think that only his garden exists. But Eve wants to go and explore, and she's particularly attracted to Medusa, who is living in a garden next door. So there's that one. You can find a flash fiction of mine in Jawbreakers, which is national flash fiction anthology. Yes, a very short flash fiction piece in Geordie that I wrote alongside fabulous work from lovely people such as Ian Rankin and Ali Smith. You can find a poem of mine in Brittle Star. You can find one in Catechism, which is by English Pen, and it was to raise money to release Pussy Riot. You can find one on The Interpreter's House, a long short story this time in issue 3 of short fiction, which is set around the Edinburgh Fringe and is about performance and performing as yourself, not just as a character. You can find one in Flash, a really short flash fiction piece in Flash, which is Chester University's flash fiction magazine. You can find a short story in the New Welsh, You can find a story by me in New Welsh Review, which is issue 101, and it's about two girls who are at Brighton Pride, but it is mainly about oppression and a fear of things that probably won't happen, or things that you think are already happening and no one is taking notice of them, and it's about feeling like you're trapped in a jar or underwater. And you can find a short story of mine in Ink Spill as well, which I know this one is available online, and it is about a mysterious woman who runs the London Marathon wrapped up in sellotape, mummified and running, and it's a reflection on like Greek mythology and stuff. Yes, so those are some of the things that you can find my work in, but there are lots more, and as I said, they're all linked on my website, so if you wanted to go and have a look, you can go and have a look. Okay, so yes, those are all the things that I wanted to tell you about. So yeah, I'm very busy, but it's good to be busy, and I'm also enjoying the stuff that we're doing with the Man Booker Prize too, and it's a challenge to read through them, but I'm enjoying it, so that's great, and I should have more reviews of those up in the next few days. So yes, I think that's everything. If you missed it, last week I uploaded a video because I hit 10,000 subscribers, which was very exciting, thank you, doing a giveaway, so if you want to enter that, details are also down below. I've been uploading a lot of videos this week. I think one a day, you lucky bastards. I hope you guys are having a really good week. I would love, love, love to talk to you in the comments. Tell me what's going on with your life. Like, tell me what's happening. Tell me what you're reading. Just tell me things. Let's have a talk, because that is like the interactive part of BookTube is what I love so much. So talk to me. And I will hopefully see some of you guys at the events I'm doing. And if not, I will see you in another video soon. And yes, that's everything. I'm gonna go drink my tea now, and I'll speak to you later. Lots of bookish love.